Hey everyone, welcome back to the Next Generation podcast. Welcome back to everyone who is a subscriber or watches my videos, and welcome to all of those who are new. At the end of this video, if you like it, please like. If you enjoy my content, subscribe, leave a comment so we can continue the discussion in the comment section. So I'm going to hop right into this video. So with this Michael Jackson situation, because he is no longer with us, I want to do a segment or have segments on this channel where obviously a lot of the information that we are going to get is stuff from the past. Like, we have to take a lot of information that we have from the past in order to piece together what's happening in the future. So I don't know what exactly to title it. If you guys can comment in the comment section what you think I should call it. I'm thinking maybe like putting the pieces, like puzzle pieces, or I don't know. I really don't know. I had something in my head, but I lost it. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I can call the segments of taking old videos, old clips, court documents, things like that, things from the past that we're going to use to be able to understand what's happening now. If you guys can come up with a title for that, please put it in the comment section below and I'll give you a shout out. It may not mean much, but maybe in a few months it might mean a lot. So let's get right into this video. So this is not anything new. I mean, it happened this year, but because this channel wasn't born yet, I feel like I should talk about it now because it's something that has been bothering me. Not like I'm getting sleepless nights over it, but something that I've just been thinking a lot about, and I don't think we're ever going to get answers for it, but we can always talk about it and maybe come to some, not a conclusion, but some kind of idea. So I don't know much about, I don't know if you guys know him, Ron Newt. I don't know much about him. He doesn't have, before I did this video, I wanted to see if he had an actual biography page, which I could not find. He doesn't even have a Wikipedia page, which I find kind of strange, being that his kids, or at least his son, or a child of his has a Wikipedia page and he doesn't. I feel like everyone these days, if they have some kind of name for themselves, has a Wikipedia page for the most part, or at least a website where there's a little biography. But he doesn't have one from what I saw. So if anyone can find one for me, can you please link it? But what I know who Ron Newt was, if I'm not mistaken, he was somewhat related to the Jackson family. At least that's what I believe he said on Vlad TV. But he found that on, I assume, later on in life. Like when he had children, maybe. I'm saying maybe because I'm not exactly sure when. Ron Newt was also a pimp. I'm not sure what other business ventures or other titles he had for himself, but that's what I knew of him. He also was trying to sue Lee Daniels, creator of Empire, because he felt that Empire was a copy of his life. And he went on to say a lot of things about that, which I'm not going to get into because I don't know too much about, but you guys can always go on YouTube and search it up, or go on Google and search it up as well. The reason why I'm talking about Ron Newt today is many Michael Jackson fans would know, but maybe a lot of you don't know. Maybe a lot of you not from the United States, foreign countries, things like that, may not know who he is and why he is important in the world and the allegations and all these things of Michael Jackson. So Ron Newt, around the time that Leaving Neverland had came out, I'm not exactly sure why this resurfaced, but an old Vlad TV interview had resurfaced or became popular again on YouTube from what I saw, because it was trending. And it was 3 years ago that this interview was done, and it didn't become hot up until Leaving Neverland came out. And maybe it was because somebody had posted it on maybe their Instagram or Twitter and said, hey, watch this video so you guys can have an understanding of another side to these allegations. And I'm not going to insert a clip into this video because something is not sitting well with me right now for me to actually insert the clip, and I don't want to seem super dramatic, but I'd rather you guys just look for the video instead of me putting it in here, because I just feel like it might, I don't know, I don't want to say copyright striked or whatever, because I wouldn't be putting the whole thing in there, but I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. So around like I said, the video had resurfaced of Ron Newt. He was talking about his relationship with Michael Jackson and his family, and he was saying that he had got a call to, I don't know, do an interview or to have a meeting, I'll say, and with the National Enquirer. And he went up there and he thought that he could use that opportunity to help Michael out. And in turn, the meeting was really about because at the time, Ron Newt's children they had a group called the Neutrons, and they were assigned to Michael at the time. And the meeting was about if Michael ever touched Ron Newt's children. And they were offering, and Ron Newt says in the Vlad TV interview that the purpose was for him to help Michael. And they said, oh no, we have some money for you if you say that he touched your children. And you guys can watch the rest of the video, or watch the video, watch the whole thing. So that resurfaced. There's this guy named Tariq Nasheed. He's done so many great things for the Black community. If you guys haven't seen the documentary, I haven't seen it yet, but he has a documentary called 1804. It's a documentary about Haiti, and it's a very, very popular documentary, and it's talking about Haiti and why Haiti is so important, which if you are amongst the African diaspora, or this is just important information, that Haiti was the first and only successful slave rebellion. I'm gonna just leave that there. So he did a documentary about that. So Tariq, he's very conscious and about helping the Black community and thriving and things like that. So he was friends with Ron, and in March, Tariq Nasheed did a live stream, I believe, on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken, and he was discussing how he was on vacation and his service was really bad where he was, and that Ron kept trying to contact him, but he was unable to, get through. And he found out that Ron Newt had died the night before he came back to the States. Just mysteriously died, and no one knows the cause of death.
Y'all feel me? So Ron turned the money down. He wasn't down with that. And with all this stuff going on about Michael Jackson, Ron was coming down to LA. I think he was going to do something with Vlad, but he wanted to get with me first. He was trying to reach out to me first because he wanted to be on my broadcast first. and share some stuff. And what Ron wanted to tell me, according to my brother Gooch, Ron was recently offered more money from people connected with Oprah to tell more lies on Michael. It's the first time y'all hearing this, and this is what was being relayed to me. This was all happening this week. Yesterday, Ron mysteriously died. Ron died yesterday. Ron died yesterday, and we calling around, and nobody even knows the cause of death, man.
And the reason why that this, for one, I feel only black YouTubers, and I'm not saying that they're small, but compared to other YouTubers, there are smaller channels. They have been talking about this. And this is why I love supporting smaller channels, because they're unafraid to say what they have to say. And it bothers me to not know the cause of death of Ron Newt. How is it that when he was going to speak the truth on something, or that something resurfaced, he dies mysteriously and the cause of death is unknown? I want to know, is the family, they had to have done an autopsy, and maybe they don't want to release the information, which is rightfully so, because we don't have to know. But it just bothers me that he was going to say something that could have possibly destroyed this whole thing, and then he just suddenly dies. We know that Oprah was behind or in support of Leaving Neverland. So how is it that Ron says that he was offered some money to say some things bad about Michael, and then he dies? So Oprah is way more behind this than what we thought. And, you know, she is not the sole perpetrator. She's not the only person who's behind this. It's bigger than Oprah. Somebody, I don't know who, but somebody is using her. There's no way that this just suddenly happens. There's something bigger behind this. And God, it's just like, is this why celebrities are afraid to say what they know or what they truly feel? That you feel that you're going to lose your career, or you could possibly be killed too. It's always like that when you know too much. Something bad happens. It's always like that. You either lose everything, you lose your mind, you lose your business, you lose your money, or you lose your life. And we're living in a sick, sick world, and there's going to be someone that these people have to answer to. I don't know how Ron Newt died. And I'm really hoping that it wasn't someone who took his life. But deep down in my soul, I feel like that's what it was. Because nothing in this situation is coincidental. It's all strategy. Who else can openly say, or would openly say, that yeah, I was offered this amount of money to say that Michael Jackson touched my children? No one else is going, unless you're all about the truth and you don't care about money, and it's not a deal breaker for you. You're going to tell the truth. But this world, this society runs on money, and it's evident that it runs on money. I mean, look what happened. This whole thing, and this is this is the thing. Everything surrounding the Michael Jackson allegations is all rooted in one thing, and that's for the greed. That's all greed, and for the pursuit of money. That's all that that the allegations are surrounded by, because pretty much everything was grounded in money. Jordan Chandler, money. It was about money first. Whatever his name is, Blanca Francia's son, money. People would like to say that the Arvizo case, there was no money involved, but obviously the criminal case was, because the laws were changed, the criminal case was going to proceed before any monetary exchange was going to come about. It's all rooted in money. Look how Diane Diamond paid Blanca Francia for her story of Michael touching her child. So would you really not believe that Ron Newt was not offered money to say that Michael touched his children? I don't believe that for a second that he was lying. I feel that he was telling the truth, because what is it that he really had to gain? There was nothing for him to gain from that. So it's just, I know this is old. If you really think about it, this whole thing is going to bring up a bunch of old information in order for us to come to some kind of idea. Because I don't think we'll ever really get a conclusion, but it's just something that I think about, and I want to know if anyone else is thinking about it. So please leave a comment in the comment section. I appreciate everybody who is going to watch this video and share it and like and comment. I appreciate all of you. So until next time, see you later.